Peace to the gods. We're here again. Wingate Park. All the brothers go cool. My other two brothers right here, Bro D and my next brother. Peace to the gods.
Back again with another one.
We are back at it again with another
one.
banger.
Yes. So today we bring in the enlightenment of our being into existence, and the conversation is we don't even understand our greatness. So I will just give you a little snippet of what it really means. Your parents don't bring you into being. You choose your parents in your inner blueprint, because when your mother and father copulate, they don't know when they bust or not whose seed is going to be. You the one choose to be there. But better than that, 777,777,777 sperm cells ejaculate, and all of those other sperm cells give up their life to honor you to be the chosen one.
Talk to him.
To be here, to represent there and to carry on the lineage. You were chosen. You didn't just swim to the egg, you were chosen. And they knew that you was found the most worthy to take on this task here. So you ain't new to this, you're true to this. And every single thing in your being that comes into existence was already provided for you. There's nothing in this life that you can achieve. It's already here for you. The day you come into existence, everything is already laid out in the blueprint for you. So don't complain about you don't have what you don't have and you don't get what you get. It's here. Tune in with your frequency, tune in with your voice, tune in with your power. And the beginning was the word. The word is your song. Your voice is your word and your connection to the multiverse. So use your energy, use your frequency, use your mantras to get you back into alignment with your true sense of being. Peace.
So you're saying that we're all chosen?
All. We chose, not we are all chosen. We chose.
We chose
We
to do
all
what?
chose to be here. We come into existence to do many things. Everybody has something different to do. We come to do one of the greatest things, experience. Experience what? Experience all the highest essence in ourselves. We are all, as they used to say back in the days, oh, it's just a drop in the ocean. No, we are the ocean in a drop, because we come from the source. So we are the source manifesting itself here. But every one of us is the source in a different spectrum, just like there are different trees and different plants and different fruits, but they're all fruits and they're all trees. So we are all the source, representing ourselves in different manifestations in different ways, different frequencies, different energies, and this is who we are. That's why energy can never be created and it can never be destroyed. Because that's what it is. It's just continuous. Only thing is constant in the universe is change. So all we do is just evolve, evolve, and evolve into different energies, different frequencies, different dimensions, different timelines. That's all we do. So this time, we are in this timeline right now. This is what we're here to do. Manifest our being and experience what we need to experience to take us to whatever transition the next transition is going to be. But it also goes like, if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
So what about religion? Because religion teaches you otherwise.
Religion,
There's a lot of different
as
religions.
a concept was made to give us a certain insight. However, man has taken it and make it become personalized. I want to say insight. It's like you have BT magazine, Time magazine. It's all books, right? But you could read and gain things from different ones, but it's everybody putting in their own insight. That's what religion is. Because we come from different walks of life. So to your understanding, you get certain things, but it's just a pathway to show you. It's not something to keep and make it out of stone. It's just, all right, we live in New York City, don't we? I could take the 5 train to Flatbush and I could take the 2 train to Flatbush, not so? But it's 2 different trains, but we go to the same destination, aren't we? All right then, this is what religion is. It's showing you different ways to connect to the higher source, but it's not the source. It's just taking a different train to get you where you need to get to. But it's not to hold onto the train and carry the train home to your house. It's to utilize the train for its purpose and get to the destination. It's about getting to the destination. Where's the destination? To your highest being, to your highest self, to your highest potential, to your highest ability. That's where you have to get to. Whatever that manifests, only you alone can know, because only you alone want to research it. I can't search that for you. You have to find it in your own. All of us do.
That's why it's called self-improvement.
Self-improvement.
So what about like sex? Because in our daily life, for a lot of people, that drives us, our sexual energy, and because of that, we have no control over our testosterone, or a lot of people don't have control over their hormones in a way where, you know, they're going out every weekend, find themselves spending a lot of money, not finding themselves in the place where they're taking that time to find themselves.
Well-
they find themselves trying to find desire
Right.
in a nut. And what do you think about that? Because
Well,
for me, I tell
first,
people
and,
about
first and foremost, we have to understand something. Again, we're here to experience. It's your consciousness. Everything in life is moderation. You eating fruit right now, you want to eat 10 bowls of fruit, or you just eat enough to get filled. But what it is when you start to become gluttonous, when you start to become excessive, when you start to become obsessive, that's when it becomes a problem. That desire now has turned into a trap. Having sex is a beautiful thing because they say be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. But when you come to the point you want to have sex with any and everybody and not understand this energy and frequency getting involved, when you don't realizing that saving your sperm is a sacred thing because it goes to your pineal gland, it goes to your cult nerve, so you don't just go and having sex with anybody and just dropping your sperm everywhere you need to. That don't make sense. You have a being and you and this being have an agreement and you all come into a personal understanding of each other and you share that energy because it also releases certain enzymes in your body to cause you to be harmonious. But if you do it in excessive again, it can make it go out of control and change different frequencies in your body. So sex is sacred, but you also have to be sacred in the sacred in doing it too. Even if you have somebody you're copulating with, even when you get to go and make that intimate step with that being, sit down and meditate and give thanks. And you all sit down together and say, all right, we're going to make this energy something to make both of us feel relieved and build each other from. Not just when I feel hard on, I just want to bust a nut and that's it. No, it's more than that. Consciousness in the spirit, consciousness in the mind, consciousness in the body, consciousness in the soul. They all have to be connected because right now it's mind, spirit, body, and soul. Everybody's saying it's 3 dimensions, it's 4 dimensions. Solid, gas, water, and what about ether? How come nobody don't speak about ether? The etheric energy, how come we don't talk about that? Because they want us to just think that everything is 3 dimensions. No, it's a 4, 5, 6 dimensions.
I think there's more than that.
More than, yeah, I'm saying, I know I'm saying, but on this realm,
Yeah.
it's a 4 dimensions. We have many other dimensions and subdivision, but they make you believe like stereotype, everything is just this one track mind. No.
Because there's a dimension, right?
Yeah, it
just like we utilize our technology, Wi-Fi, things like that. There's
Absolutely.
a dimension where your phone taps into whatever signal that gives the Wi-Fi, but you're
That
not
is
seeing
correct.
these connections
That is correct.
unless you see the phone said it's connected.
That is correct.
So
and
there's,
so we
there's
are
so
all,
many other dimensions.
Yes.
And that's just an example of one of the dimensions that we don't see.
There we
that
go.
spirits could be in that dimension.
That is correct, and therefore,
They could be
because
seeing the waves that's
They do,
going
they do,
this
they
fucking
do,
way.
they
Oh, y'all
do.
want Wi-Fi again, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
hence the reason why we have ancestors. No one really dies.
So-
No
so-
one
so-
dies.
so-
The
so
energy
technically-
just
so-
travels to the different dimensions. When our parents pass, they pass in this realm of the flesh. But their energy, the spirit, that energy never dies. Energy cannot die, cannot, you know what I mean? All it can do is just transform itself into another state. So that energy of your ancestors is always there with you, but you're not conscious of it because if you look at certain people, they have all the pictures and the dollar bills and all the walls, everything, Rushmont, Mo, and all this crazy shit. But we, when it comes to us honoring our ancestors, it's a sin and it's not right and it's idol worship and all that shit. Because they know once you're aware of that divine connection, bro, the resources that your ancestors passed, going to bring it right back to you. The old saying again, what was hidden from the wise and prudent shall reveal to the babes and suckling. You see now our young kids doing some type of shit on computers right now, they don't even know how they're doing it. Because they were born with this innate in them, bro. We had this history and this knowledge. There's nothing new under the sun. This information was already here in Egypt, in Mesopotamia, in Sumeria. All this information was already here. What is stored in you? Every single cell in your body has information stored in every single cell of your being. There's information being stored. How do we tap into this? How do we make ourselves aware and what do we do to work towards enhancing that? You gotta work within. So you gotta go inside, introspection, go into your being. Forget about what everybody else tell you. But everybody have a story to tell. Write your own story. Forget about everybody's script. Go and write your own script. Go inside of you and find what you need for you. I can tell you what I want to tell you. It sounds good. I don't need no validation. You go inside of you and find you. That's what you're here to do, bro.
Right now, we're going through a big, especially living in New York, we're going through a big time with the Knicks being in the champion final game with Spurs and whatnot. And there's a lot of big energy, competitive energy outside, you know, where people either want to, if you're not competing with them or if you're not a part of the Knicks type of energy, you know, you potentially might get attacked.
Right.
Especially in the city where somebody might beat you up. If you're wearing a Spurs jersey, or
Yes.
you mentioning that you like the Spurs.
Right.
So how do you feel about competitive energy and those type of
Competitive
things?
energy is always good, but what it is just a low frequency. Competitiveness is always nice. There's always been competitive even in nature. Some trees will make a branch grow taller than other branch. It's just to get more sunlight. But it's not intended to harm. The tree isn't trying to harm the other tree. But we as human beings have a higher concept of understanding. So our level of intellect is higher than the tree in that sense. So what we do now, we start to take it personal. We start to look at your size, look at your age, look at your name, look at your culture, your religion, where you come from and all these different things. And we start to use all these as an instrument to disrupt the true purpose and function of just growth. Look at your side and my side. I can't do what you do, but that's the things I can do, you can.
Yes.
That's what we all have. But that doesn't mean I have to walk and compete with you and try to fight my way. For what? For what? For what? To prove what? To prove what? I already am here. Me in existence is enough proof. What I have to go and do 2,000 pull up on a bar to show what? That's your thing. Do your thing. I'm happy when I see my brothers up there. That's you. That's what you do to inspire others. So we have to learn to come over the ego. So this thing with the sports and thing, it's a good thing for the city in the sense that a lot of people have been so stuck in so many different mental states of distress. To hear a little championship and to see a little team win, to give you a sense of joy, but the excitement, you have to be disciplined, bro. Everything's about discipline. Too much of one thing is good for nothing. If you use too much of energy, you create more friction. So every action is a equal opposite reaction.
You know what's funny? I live in New York. I've never seen the Knicks win in my life. I want them to win, but because people are reacting in the way that they are, I don't like it. People are, like in the soccer aspect, for FIFA, you can wear any team's jersey and go to the city and play. And yell whatever team out. No one's gonna fight you. No one's gonna beat you up. It's gonna be all fun and games.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
in the aspect of this
Why
thing,
though?
people who are not even watching, who've never watched the sport, is now like reacting in the same way as if they even know what's going on while watching.
The same thing that we're watching right here, they send out messages, different frequencies, and they propagate these propagandas and lies.
That's 50 push-ups.
Making us believe.
Whoever slammed that.
Thank you.
Whoever slammed that.
Thank you.
50 push-ups.
Thank you.
Whoever slammed that, that's 50 push-ups. We at Wingate, guys.
So-
Sorry, my fault.
So what I'm saying is now,
Whoever slammed that, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get right.
yep. So
Taxes.
they put that frequency out there for a reason. They put out this misinformation in the media. Do you know who's media? Do anyone have an idea who's media?
We are.
Media is a Greek god of confusion. Media, M-E-D-I-A, is a goddess in the Egyptian culture that causes
didn't know that.
deception and confusion.
I didn't know that.
What a coincidence we have the media. She ropes you into this type
Social
of
media.
Yes, she traps you into this trance where you're so in love, you don't realize this place she's playing you. That's what they do on the media. That's what her job is to do. Deceive you emotionally. Very deceptive. So the media put out all these hypes in the news. They watch and they decide what they want to send out. And the public, knowing that what seen is believing, they start to send the message out there. Once the message goes to the frequency, it goes into your head and then everybody run with the hype. We, as gods now, have to sit back and balance ourselves. Don't get caught up in the hype. See it for what it is. We're going to be affected because we're human, but don't get infected. We're going to be affected, but don't get infected. Don't let that energy grab you on. You run with the foolishness. That's what we got to do. Balance. And the first thing we need to manage for balance is ourselves. Until you manage you can't manage nobody. So I try my best to not even say much to people because right now I do a lot of talking to myself. I have a lot of work to do on myself. When I have an opportunity to exchange information, I'm happy to share with my brothers. But right now my main mission is to work on me. For my divine purpose. Because all
That's
of
the
us
guide right
have a
there.
divine purpose. All
Stop
of us
picking
have
up
a
the
divine
big woman.
incarnation. We are all here for a specific time. We couldn't be here last year. We have to be here right now. Do you know why though? Do you know why we have to be right here right now?
That's the true essence of living. That's the true essence of being in
Yes,
existence, of
correct.
presence.
Correct, but also understand this. When you spell now backwards, N-O-W, spell it the other way until you get.
You won.
Okay then. That's the only true moment to live in, God. The now. Not yesterday, not next week. Live in the now. The now is right here.
It's very simple too, and straight
Very
to the
simple
point.
and straightforward. It's not
Try to
rocket
say
science.
yesterday backwards.
Yeah. You know, it's not rocket science.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you take your time with the now. We living in the now. So everything that you want to make up, make it now. If you're not feeling well, understand why. It might be something in the cosmos. It might be shifting our planetary shift. It might be the chemtrails in the air. It might be the water we're drinking. But you still have to work with yourself now. Don't feel sorry for yourself later. Get up now and find out what it is I need to do to realign myself with alignment. The sun is blazing hot, but the trees in them still standing, the breeze still blowing, everything is still doing. So how come you're not doing what you're doing? So cause and effect. So you have to be the creator of your cause so that you don't get infected, not affected. Infected, because most of us are getting infected and thinking that we are affected. No, we're infected.
How do you feel about reincarnation? What do you think about
It is a part. Reincarnation is a part of life. What is the word reincarnate? Reincarnate just simply means to come again into existence. Again, like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. We have already been here before. We all have been here before. And how we know this? There are certain things in your body you feel and you can explain. And somehow things don't feel a certain way and you can't explain what it is. You know why? Because you've been divinely been here before and you're still trying to tap back into that consciousness. The minute you do, some people call it deja vu, you start to see all kinds of, but somehow I remember having this conversation before. I've seen this brother before, but I don't know from where. A few days ago, I was in a park a few years ago and I met this little sister and her mom and we were having conversation. I've never seen this goddess before in my life. And about 4 months ago, I got this dream of this same goddess and another one that I've seen in years. And I saw both of them in my dream. And I haven't talked to them for months and one for years. Do you think that's coincidence? It's just an awareness that somewhere along the pattern of life, all of us are sitting here, we have met each other in life before, homie. You think we just sit down here because come and sit down with you and let's have a talk? No, brother, we're travelers. We're spiritual travelers, bro. We travel through multiverses. So if there's multiverses, that means there are other places. So we have to be traveling through all these places, bro. All these different existences. The beautiful thing about now is this. The rest of incarnations that we were here, we couldn't remember. But this is your time to remember everything now. You can remember nothing about it, but today, you have to make it count. Today, you have to start to re-record, because they give you a chance and an opportunity now for you to bring back your true self to your divine blueprint, your divine highest existence. You have that right now. That's why you're remembering everything you remember now. That's why you're answering the questions you're asking, because you're transforming back into yourself. You're getting back to you. You're finally getting back to your source. Source of your divine self.
Can get one of the watermelons, bro.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, man. So we are on our journey, brother.
Yo.
We're in a line. We're in the Aquarian age. We're in water. Water, no one knows where it comes from. Water, no one knows where it goes. But water always finds its way back home. And that's why we're in the Aquarian era right now, because we are finding our way back home. Secondly, every 2,075 years, it changes the cycle. Every 26,000 years is an equinox. And there are 2 sun cycles and 2 moon cycles. Right now, we're in the last of our equinox 24,000 year Earth cycle, and it's a sun cycle. That's why we have this sun here. That's why it's getting harder, and they're talking all that about climate change and all that bullshit. There ain't that, bro. We're in the last 6,000 year cycle of our equinox on this planet.
What about the aliens?
Alien? We're aliens. We're the aliens.
What you mean?
We're foreign. We're foreign. We the aliens. We come to this earth. We visit these places. Our parents, our ancestors made this. We visitors here. We're not from here, so we gotta be alien. You think this is your home? Why, when this body ceases to exist, they travel somewhere else? You're on a craft, bro. This is a craft. You're in this vehicle right now. Soon you will drop that vehicle and go to another trip. We aliens, of course we are. Not the way they have it on TV. This spooky big thing with big eyes and all that bullshit. That hocus pocus shit. No. We foreign. But we come here on a journey, came here on a trip, gain certain information. We don't even know what we're going to do in the future, where we go in the next existence. But it starts here right now. Your consciousness and your awareness on what you build and what you do, and how you analyze life, how you deal with equality, justice, and truthfulness, balance. With yourself first. Everything is an agreement. And if you can't be aligned with yourself, how could you align with me? So the first thing we have to do is self-alignment. Once we get that oneness, then we could, just like we're sitting on here, reason and love. I don't think I know it all. I never claim it. You hear me mention about right and wrong. All I mention about is love, truth, and light and frequency. Getting our energy together. Love is the currency. Love is the key. That's the currency, not money. Money is an amenity. The real currency is love. Loving who you are. Loving somebody for being different from you. And still be able to function. I have this mantra. I say, grant me the capacity to accept others' wants and needs that are different from mine, yet free of causing disturbance between each other. So I could agree to disagree and we cool, we good. I'd rather have no animosity because you decided you see it this way and I try to fight you and wanna. No, that's just what you are, brother, and I accept you for that. And I'm on my journey. Maybe later down the road I might come back and learn from you because it might be your time to teach me. It might be your time to read. It might be your time to show me to do some proper pull-ups, get my abs up. You see what I'm saying? It's all about balance. So this is what we gotta work with, God.
This is deep, man.
Yeah, the earth, they say, again, I might use the scriptural quote, but it doesn't really mean scripture, it's just again information. Say the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof and them that dwell therein. Who is the them that dwell therein? Us. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof and them that dwell. The fullness, what is the fullness? Us. Expressing our true self is your fullness, expressing your true being. Your true inner being. Yes, your true inner being. That's what matters. Now once you learn to gather that information, then your out formation shows the transition of the true being. That's where we are, brother.
This was some deep conversation, guys.
Always happy to share the love with my brothers, you know.
I hope y'all take this in.
And again, I have to highlight this. Had your brothers not been here, I wouldn't be able to have this conversation. So thank you both of you all for bringing me in the present, because I can't speak this to myself. It had to have the manifestation of your energy, bringing me into this consciousness, so I too myself could learn from the very words I speak. Because this is the first time I'm speaking these words as well. So I'm learning too. I'm a baby. The words are just spoken to me, and I'm taking the message just as you. So I'm not just a messenger, I'm the student as well.
Fire, that's how it be.
That's what it is. I'm learning, brother. I'm learning.
We're always a student.
Always a student. I never claim to be a master. But again, thanks for the love.
Thank you, brother.
And my big beloved brother, always love you. Last time we had a wonderful conversation. Here we are again. And I also like the brothers, let them know your health is your wealth. This time I want all brothers to remember to forget about the money. Yes, you gotta have it to work in the society. Remember, your bodies are temple. What is a temple? It's a sacred place. It's a place you hold in high esteem, in high honor, in high regards. And your bodies are temple. Start to honor your body, love your body, and take care of it, man. This is what it looked like 62, you heard? This is what it looked like at 62. Just doing this, keeping it right. Feel me? Alright, peace and light. Peace and love. Always,
Go, guys. Peace.
Peace.